Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing great. This is Jamal Jamali with Easy Finance for everyone. As you remember, last session we talked about lack of financial information in North America. Tonight, the question is, where does it come from? Are you ready? Let's get started. Usually, we don't know that there are two kinds of services at the banks. The first one is called branch level. This is for average people. We go there and we ask some questions and we do some basic transactions, like we open an account, we pay a bill or something, and usually we don't have that kind of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And so this is not their job to give us a lot of information. So what happens? We don't know about investment. We have no knowledge. What is the rate of interest we get at the banks? Before COVID, it was 0.5 or 1% or 1.5 maximum, but now it might be more, it might be 2%. The question is that, what is the rate of inflation? Before COVID, it was 2-3%. Now it's about 7 to 8%. You are losing your purchasing power by about 6 or 7 or 8% every year. So you are losing 7%, and maybe at the banks, maybe you can get 1 or 1.5. So actually, it's not a saving account you're having in the bank, it's a losing account because you are losing your purchasing power. What should we do? We don't know. So that's why we are here. We're gonna learn about it. So this is the branch level for average people. But if you are ultra rich, usually the banks have another kind of services. We call it private banking services or private banking system. And what happens if you go there, because it's usually paid services, it's not free, so you learn about savings, how to save. Then you learn about growing your money. If inflation is about 7, so you should get at least 10%, and then you will get 3% of interest. So that's the kind of saving. So how can I get 10%? We have to learn. This is why we are here. Again, let's say that your money grows in the bank, and after 1 year or 2 years, you have to pay tax on the growth of the money. And everybody is okay with that. But the question is that, can I pay less tax? Legal or legally? Yes, tax efficiency. So you might learn about tax efficiency. The next part is protection. How can I protect, or how can you protect your health and wealth if God forbid something happens? So again, we have to learn. And at the end, let's say that after 20, 30, 40 years, I have some properties and let's say some money. So how can I transfer it to the next generation? So usually in Canada, when someone passes away, so the government assumes that the guy who is dead today, he sold everything the day before. So they have to pay all the taxes, all the debt, and the other stuff. And this is really horrible. So people think that having a will might help them, but it's not going to help them. So these are the informations that only, let's say, 5 or 10 or 15% of the people who are rich, they have access to. And the rest, the average people like us, so we don't have access. That's why our lives are different. So my job is to provide everyone, no matter how much money they're making, with this information. This is the first episode. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for the next one. There we're gonna learn what are the challenges that we might face because of lack of financial knowledge. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.